Mark King here, and this is a story from Outkick the Coverage. I'm not too familiar with it. I'm trying to look for more websites with this story. Couldn't find much, but it does bring a smile to my face. ESPN hits all-time 41-year ratings low as woke center on steroids take over. Okay, so this is by Clay Travis. He was a former ESPN radio personality, sometimes on TV. This probably makes people happy. MS ESPN, might as well be Miss ESPN. What happened to a lot of sports? What I found that I used to watch. I mean, I wanted to be a sports reporter. I was a big fan of sports probably until like 8 years ago when it's just like it was too much saturation in the market. Imagine 24/7 sports is just like everything became over analyzation, too much coverage, instead of short bursts that make you want things. It was just too much every single day, every single minute. Things that weren't important were important. It's like, as a person, I just have to reject that. Then they decided to go woke around 2012. Like a lot of these companies went woke around 2012. This is why I pinpoint the second Obama election, where he pushed this identity politics that got really pushed to the forefront. That's why I push everything that's taking place right now where it actually began. The first time I ever heard about this stuff happening was like when they censored what's his name, Kramer from Seinfeld, when he goes on that rant, deservingly so, of his people who were just heckling him during his stand-up routine, which is pretty much a no-no. Anyway, let's continue. On Wednesday, ESPN studio program, which has become Woke Center on steroids 24/7, hit a 41-year low. This is the entire history of the network. Great, wonderful news. The network, which has become more left-wing than MSNBC combined over the past several weeks, has completely abandoned sports coverage. The result, viewers, many of whom were willing to watch the channel even during pandemic disasters, with limited sports to consume, have abandoned in droves. We're talking full-level crisis mode. First Take was the highest-rated ESPN show of the day, posting, 211,000 viewers. That was 93rd highest. Wow. Putting those numbers in context compared to other shows airing at the same time, Nick Cannon's Wild on 15 on VH1 had 50% more views. Smuggler's Secret Stash, National Geographic, Craig the Creek, and Cartoon Network posted 200. Wow, boy. Again, it makes me happy. They don't show sports. All they did was push identity politics, and identity politics is seriously all black victimization, where blacks have no responsibility. They don't talk about single fatherhood. They don't talk about the NBA players making poor decisions. They don't talk about rape allegations, the NFL players. They don't talk about any of this stuff. They don't talk about anything negative towards the NFL. They know their bread and butter. They're awful. They're all awful. Each and every one of them. This is why someone like me, I don't think I'm alone in this. I think a lot of people, I think I'm like, for lack of a better word, like the standard. Like people like me just don't want it anymore. We're tired of it. The sports was, I was a sports fanatic, remember from like 8 till, I don't know, man. I don't want age. I was just I was always a big sports guy, Basketball, football, baseball, hockey, soccer, NASCAR sometimes, Not anymore. They all went woke, and I hope they go broke. I don't care. I don't watch sports anymore. And since I limit all the things, you can become smart. Like the more things you limit from your life, you tend to put them towards other avenues. Like I'm just giving an example. Not that I do these things, sex. Reading books, art, collecting things, going out. All these things kind of like it's a microcosm of everything else. It's like, hey, you just sometimes like times where I struggle with my IQ. It's how I artificially inflated it was kind of like cut out things I don't need. That's what you do. I didn't need to go out with friends. I didn't need sports. I didn't need games. All these things, they've basically abandoned me essentially. So I don't bother. It doesn't make me happy anymore. What makes me happy is focusing on myself and things that I do. Like I said, you should never be a fan of these things. And men aren't fans. Real men just kind of like, all right, do their own thing. Lead by example. That's the same what real men do. Anyway, let's continue. Get Up. I don't know all these shows. I have no idea what all these shows are, to be honest with you. Only thing I know is Woke Center. I haven't watched that probably since 2009. Anyway, NBA The Jump had only 112,000 viewers. NBA finally had some news to returning to play, and these were just shows that were rated as likely worse for other studio shows that didn't make the top 150. How do we know? It's because ESPN studio programmers hit all-time lows over the past 2 weeks. Highly questionable. I had gosh, what awful names of shows. I have something I know. Around the Horn. That's one of the things I actually know. Jalen and Jacoby airing, and I have no idea. Alright, this is going on. Oh, let's see. Skip Bayless Undisputed show airing on FS1 came closer to First Take with 131,000 viewers compared to First Take's 211,000 viewers. Alright, well, that's it. Just I'm glad that the ESPN is struggling because they embrace the woke nature of the world. Good for them. I don't watch it anymore. Of course, my friends still watch it because they don't have a backbone in them. Well, I find people who can't think for themselves, critically think for themselves, they tend to follow the crowd, right? But as they follow the crowd, they're always like the last to get into something and the last to leave. I think there were one South Park episodes like that. I can't remember the exact episodes, but it was like all the kids started to be fans of something that had all the gear. While I think it was Stan or Kyle, maybe Kyle, or maybe Stan, whatever. He's always late to get into the trendy stuff. By the time he finally get the trendy gear from his mom, everybody moved on to something else that was trendy. So that's essentially how I approach a lot of these people. They're always late to arrive because they're not real nerds, they're not real fans. They just kind of go with everybody else tells them to go with. And by the time all the nerds, the real nerds leave, they'll take a lot longer to essentially abandon the sinking ship. Alright, I'll leave that here. Hope that's not too confusing. Share, take care, subscribe, thumbs up. Again, I'm on Gab, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Parler. It's Mark A. King, I think. I don't really post it anymore because, it's just more for me to do. Alright, take care, share, subscribe, thumbs up again. Bye.